Hi there, RJ Tessman here with another writing tip. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the motif. This is one of my favorite topics, M-O-T-I-F, motif. The motif is something special, an object that runs through your story, and it has a special meaning to your protagonist or to the pacing of the story or to the plot lines. It's something like, for an example, Dorothy's ruby red slippers that had the answer to how she could get home all the time and she didn't even know it. Another example would be Moses in the Old Testament and his staff. You know, the big old wooden stick that he carried and that he would hit the water with or hit the rock with, or picture Charlton Heston in the movie The Ten Commandments standing there, you know, with this big staff in his hand. Another example is from my current novel, my newest novel, No Visible Scars, the brownies and the brownie recipe that Abigail makes throughout the book. The brownies for her represent comfort. They represent a reminder of her mother and the recipe they made together. They also give her an opportunity to help other people, and they figure in the plot line all the way through the book. The important thing to remember about the motif is to start out with it. It needs to be in some of your first pages. It needs to continue throughout the book, not on every scene, certainly not in every chapter, but it needs to keep reappearing, just like Dorothy's slippers did. And then you really want to have that motif as a part of your very last scene. So recently I had a book launch for No Visible Scars, and one of the things that I did was, as a marketing tool, to play on the motif that I used with Abigail's brownies. So I made brownies using her recipe, and I had a nice little plate full of them and this sign that I made right there by the brownies, so that people who buy the book can see the recipe. The only way you can get the recipe is to buy the book. And it's a special recipe because it's got a secret ingredient, and throughout the book there's this whole kind of mystery about the secret ingredient that Abigail uses. So think about using a motif in your novel, something that will be important to your protagonist, something that will play an importance as you go through the book, and then something to end with that will kind of give your reader that aha feeling. So here's one of Abigail's brownies, and here's to the motif. Really good.